And that's beyond experience.
Yeah. Curious if you can share like an interesting story you've seen with a client, like
I will.
like a
I'll
dramatic
share
transformation
really
of some kind.
the most undramatic experience. I'll share it because
Okay.
it was brilliant. It was early on. I was probably doing sessions for 3 years, and I met a woman in her 40s who, since she was 8 years old, always wanted to be a hairdresser, and she wanted to teach hair, you know. And she married a guy who was a hairdresser as well. And neither of them wanted to have kids. She was 8 and she didn't want to have kids. She really created a life where she got everything that she always wanted. And then she gave me a call and she wanted to do iboga. And she wanted to do it and create the quintessential New Age experience where we were looking over the black sands of the Pacific Ocean in Costa Rica, sharing a porch, her husband and her in one room and me next door. And we proceeded to do a session, and absolutely nothing happened. And her goal was to see the pictures. She wanted to see these visions that everybody was talking about under the influence of iboga. And she said it was as if she did a quarter of a Valium. She said it was like the most frustrating, disappointing experience she ever had. And it was probably the only time in her life that she didn't get what she wanted. So after the session, and here I was, a novice, really still very attached to giving people what they wanted, not necessarily what they needed. And I was in the other room, just like in a total quandary, like, what am I going to do? She's not getting what she wants. Nothing's happening. Why isn't anything happening? You know? And then her husband and she went on a tour of Costa Rica for 17 days. And when they came back, he gave me a call and he said she was the grouchiest that I've ever experienced her in years. And then they went back to California and she kicked into unity. She kicked into literally witnessing her sleep for 10 months. She was so clear and she was utilizing so little energy to accomplish so much more than she's ever accomplished before. She was like so joyous and so peaceful for 10 months. And I surmised that what happened was that she, through the genius of her interacting with iboga and created no experience whatsoever, and that enabled her to access a level of frustration, a layer of the onion that she never allowed herself to access before because she always got what she wanted. And somehow she burned through something that she never burned through before. And that kicked her into a much clearer, open state of consciousness.